Hi, this is Bröckchen of Tumblr, and I wanted to do a dramatic reading of a text I found on Fuck Yeah, Mary Sue's. Beware of the purple prose. She stood on the edge of forever's dark dusk. Rhiannon's hair was as black and as soft as the tender, reveling, rebelliously seeking heart-thudding dolly within the bone cage of her inexhaustible hollow soul. The earbuds in her ears weren't enough to drown out the sounds of an agony that went bone deep and chilled her innermost, protected and guarded mental treasure. The memories of her father played over and over in her head, like an oscillating pendulum of heartbreak that swept over her senses and swallowed her as a huge white whale might. The music was thick as honey, but tasted like sulfuric ash on her tongue. Sorry. Everything hung in the balance of a today, stepped Maya yesterday's promise. Her boots scraped the edge of the immense building she was alighted upon. The great nothing was close enough for her to press her hands against his cold, pale cheek that shimmered like the waters of a moonlit lake filled with silver riches. Death was a luxury as of yet Rhiannon was too poor to taste, a great feast that the peasant of life that she was dare not partake in. The night he first touched her was the night the raven-haired spectre of a girl, her, Rhiannon, ever saw the masked figure of death looming over her future as a storming cloud might over a peaceful and innocent city. A rake, he was a rake, and she could still feel the press of his icy chill touch grazing her once newborn young body. With the innocence and mournful grace of a peach nary plucked. He plucked her, and plucked her 1,012 times since the night it happened. It was a night like this one, and she could feel the reaper's death melody sung soprano on usurious notes of amber tonality. Wings like the dullest grey of a pigeon's hung limp on her back. She was nothing more than that, Rhiannon thought, a pigeon. A disease-carrying miscreant of a law that knew no nature nor man-made artifice. She was the Madonna, and the whore, and the father of her own girlish innocence that had felt the savagery of ransacking like the banks of a Roman shore so far away. The time would be soon, and yet it was not the time. Her eyes as grey as the ugly pigeon-colored wings that hung limp like dirty laundry soaked by the rain and hung out to dry on an old Holland clothesline. She waited for a sign. When none came, the girl, dressed in the wedding dress of her mother, packed up her things, pulled on the ratty torn boots of an homeless person, that she was, and moved down from the building. Her ratty hair was becoming beautiful black with the purifying, edifying grace of the azure droplets of rain. She resumed her tenuous position in life as the street corner whore and homeless woman, her grey eyes searching for the time, the right time, the sense of time that would lead her to a death at her own hands. And while she flashed the bare, pallid white of her leg, Rhiannon wondered, how would she ever find the sense of time when she was so far from the beach? Everything hung in the balance of a today stepped what? The great nothing was close enough for her to press her hands against his cold, pale cheek that shimmered like the waters of a moonlit lake. Freudian slip. With the innocence and mournful grace of a peach nary plucked, he plucked her and plucked her 1,000. I'm so sorry. I need some more practice. I need to continue this later. I'm so sorry.